All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Duster Squad podcast. We apologize profusely for our absence last weekend, but I was up in the Great White North of northern New York. I just so happened to travel up there right when it turned cold as balls. No, the first day we were there, it was like 30s or whatever, and I was like, dude, this isn't even that bad. It was like or 20s or 30s or something. Like, it's not that bad. And then the next day it was like 14 was the high. So I was like, whoo, that's cold.
Yeah.
I needed my big coat. But then we were kind of nervous coming back down because we were a little nervous we were gonna get delayed flying down.
Oh, because of the weather. Because of the weather.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
there was the winter storm, and I don't even know where the snow fell, but it wasn't anywhere where I was. Like Syracuse, I don't think got all that much. But yeah, I was
This
nervous we were
was-
gonna get snowed or iced in or something.
This was you left Monday or Sunday?
Monday. We flew out Monday.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got snow on Long Island Sunday night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right before
Yeah.
we were there then. But dude, let me tell you, I hate traveling. It's so dumb. I hate it. It was like 6 hours, dude. 6 hours we were in JFK. 6 hours.
That's terrible.
It was
Right, because you flew out of Syracuse to connect in New York City airport, and
it's most of this issue was because my parents had bought us a flight to go down to my sister's wedding before we moved down, and obviously we didn't need those tickets, so they canceled it and they got like miles back or whatever. So they're like, we want to use these miles so they don't go bad. So we were forced to JetBlue, which the flying experience was fine. Everything was good with JetBlue, but it made it so that there was one flight we could do, and it was that one with a 6-hour layover. And it was just like, ugh.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's not bad. But hey, so exciting news. Obviously, I texted you guys, but I am now an uncle, which is very exciting.
Yes.
So my sister gave birth to her child. And then I asked, because it was a little bit early, so I asked if it had to go in the oven like I did when I was born. The baby warmer, whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called.
oven.
And she said no. She did not. The baby is a cute little girl. And apparently it was bigger than me. But yeah. Or she was bigger than me. I keep saying it. No, but it was funny. The first text I got from her, I was like, how's everything going? Congratulations on the baby. And my sister was like, thanks. Yeah, she's already pooped on me. I was like, nice. Yeah, instant. That's how it is, dude. And then I was walking through Aldi's today. I had to go shopping, and there was a baby crying over in the corner, and I was like, here it comes.
Yeah.
Here it comes. But yeah, so that's exciting. I think my parents are coming down Monday or tomorrow. I think they're flying down tomorrow. And they're gonna be there for a week or two.
Sonya's got to go to work.
Oh, she's taking some time off.
That's
There you
bullshit.
My dad's a contractor, so he can just do whatever he wants, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah. I won't be going down to see for I think 2 months because I don't know what the shots you're supposed to get are. Like my parents got a bunch of shots so that they can see the baby. I don't remember. I might have gotten those shots to work at my current job, but Danielle hasn't, and it's like we'll just wait 2 months.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Apparently, it's a thing. I don't either. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. Nick.
I mean, we all got a bunch when we were kids.
Yeah. And dude, and I'm telling, and that number of shots you get as a child is not going down.
Yeah, no.
It is not going down. It is exponentially growing.
Yeah.
But I guess that's up to the parent at this point. But
I also needed the baby incubator when I was a kid.
Mm,
because I was born a month early. I was born a month
dude,
early,
are we the
I
same
was
person?
dude. Yeah, literally. I was gonna say literally.
Aaron and I were born a month, or we were due. I guess we were due in January, but we were born in December, so we were early too. But I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember Mom ever saying that we had to go into the oven,
Dude,
like
you
Mike
gotta,
would
you
call
gotta,
it.
you gotta throw that in the group chat. Did me and Aaron hang out in the oven when we first came out?
That work.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with me. Nick was mentioning that he has some nice house
Yep. So
renovations.
as you can see over my shoulder,
It's just
there.
off screen for the podcast, but he does have a
We've
nice
got some
pile
stuff
of
going
boxes.
on. We put a new toilet in this weekend.
Bidet? You got a bidet?
No bidet.
Oh.
We started the mudroom. So we got that all framed up. It's all closed in. We got a new door in. So now we've got a place to go into the garage and not track mud and shit and dirt and
Yep.
nastiness
There you
into
go.
our dining room. So that was the goal. We spent some time this morning getting stuff cleaned up, and when we parked the vehicles back in, I was like, oh, everything fits. So I guess we did it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Because basically what we did was we took a 5x10 space behind Liz's car. Excuse me. A 5x10 space behind Liz's car, and just turned that and built a room in the back of the garage there. So
All right. Very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice. Rick, what's going on
so
with
that
you?
so that was pretty time consuming over the weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Other than that, I don't have much new.
I quickly wanted to ask you a question. Putting the toilet in, because I had to do it with my dad. Did you use like that putty around the base of it to like
The wax ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like you gotta
So
like it perfect.
So my uncle, who built my brother's had been helping us for build this room. But my dad came over earlier yesterday. They were down this weekend, so my dad came over earlier to help. And I said, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna put you in charge of changing the toilet out if you want." He's like, "Great." But I helped him a little bit with that.
Okay.
I figured my dad's a smart guy, so I figured he had it under control.
Yeah.
I remember it brought back the memory of like placing that down, right? Because you're lifting the toilet. It's pretty freaking heavy, so you're lifting it. You're just like, I gotta place this thing perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, very nice. Well, let me ask you this then. Since I always ask the inappropriate questions. Have you christened it yet?
Oh yeah. We put that in. We put it in yesterday. So
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Oakley might have been the first one to test it out.
Really? Oakley's on the toilet?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
There we
Dude,
go.
how old?
She's 2.5 now.
Oh, okay. Jeez. All right then.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Oh yeah.
Rick, have you put any new toilets in?
No, I haven't. Actually. I was gonna say, you know what I've been up to? I was playing some pond hockey on Friday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was great because we got another cold spell. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. We sure fucking did.
You're like, I'm freezing. I know. It's funny.
We had like 3 days in a row that just sucked ass this week.
When I fell, for us, the lowest it got was 9. And like, listen, I've lived in Plattsburgh with you guys. Like, 9 is nothing. 9 is like, whatever. We're still above 0. Like, it's fine. It's cold, but like for here, everything freezes. But yeah, it was great. It was me, Ronnie, and Caroline. We all went down and played some hockey. There were a few games that Ronnie and I hopped in. Caroline's skating is good, but she doesn't have the stick handling to join in on a game yet.
Yeah.
But in between games and stuff, we would all be skating around, just passing the puck and stuff. So Caroline's slowly getting the hang of it, which is pretty
nice.
But it was a lot of fun. It's one of those days like, you go, you get a good patch of ice. We were like the first people there. And then you're like, oh yeah, we'll only be here for a couple hours. And then a couple hours turns into like 4 hours. You're like, this is just too much fun. Time flies by.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, do have a story from pond hockey. This was cool. There was this guy there. I forget his name. Dang, I forget it. But he was like in his 50s.
Hans.
Yes, it was Hans. Yes, it was
Hans, we'll
Hans.
call him Hans. So he was in his 50s, and he had a wooden stick with a straight blade. Like it was like an old wooden stick, and he had these old Bauer skates. They were like, I don't even know a model. They were like 25 years old.
That
and
was
this guy
definitely Hans, 100%.
we had some chemi. I'd drive to the net. I'd drive to the net. He'd see me. I'd put my blade flat. He'd just fire a pass right off the stick and in, right in between the boots.
Dude,
the
beauty. Beauty. That was
So-
dude. That was me and Benny's play.
There you go. Yeah,
Benny would use his gigundous size to get to the middle
Yep.
and just sit
Yeah.
there, and I would just shoot it off of him.
off of it. Yeah,
Give
there
him
you
a free
go.
goal.
So yeah, we did that play a bunch of times. No, but it was really cool. And I was talking to him, and he said he went to the University of Buffalo, and he said when he was in his 20s, he was friends like club hockey there. He's like, yeah, there would be some guys who would play for like in the OHL or like the like I guess whatever like pro or amateur leagues were up there.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it was really cool. Like I had a bunch of fun because it was really competitive, and you could tell he could skate like pretty well, and he could pass really well. But like, he was like, yeah, I haven't skated in like 15 years, so it's it's kind of rough getting back out. But no, you look great. I was like, dang. So that was pretty cool hearing some Buffalo stories. It's the hockey world's such a small world. I was like, I feel like this guy's gonna somehow know like Zach Bogosian's family or something.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But yeah, no, that's about it. That's all I've been up to. Oh, and we had my parents over for dinner at the apartment last weekend. Well, our off weekend, so that was nice.
Nice. Very nice. What did you guys do? Did you cook or?
Yep. We made Caroline grew up having a traditional stew. It's like a Puerto Rican stew called pollo guisado, and it's very good.
Very nice. Chicken with
potatoes and carrots.
So that's
and-
chicken.
and onions.
Pollo disado is chicken.
Guisado. Guisado.
Oh, gisado.
Yeah. Pollo guisado.
Ah,
Very good.
I was
Very
trying
tasty.
to translate in my mind.
Did they take the train or did they drive?
Oh, they drove. Yeah.
Gross.
When you're going to Queens, it's not too. No, listen. Yeah, Manhattan. No, gross. No, don't do that. But like, I think it's like 40 minutes or whatever to drive.
Alright.
So, not terrible.
All right. I remember being
Yeah,
pretty gross going to the beach, dude. That was
gonna-
gross.
gonna say beach traffic and all that. Oh god, I know that's the one thing I love. I love driving. That's why you guys probably laugh when I talk about driving on the interstate. It's like interstate driving sucks, but to me, I'm like, oh, this is great. There's no traffic. I could just go 80 miles per hour, and it's fine. Well, maybe not 80, but like I could go.
You're pushing it there.
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, no, the
Interstate
interstate driving's way better.
Way better. That's about it.
All right. Very nice. Like, we've all had a very productive time off. Very productive time away from the show.
Yeah.
Well, hey, currently right now, and I'd like to hear Nick's thoughts on this. The Bills versus the Chiefs is going on right now. And I'm going to turn and I'm going to look at the score.
The last I knew it was
Shit.
7-6 or 7-0. Excuse me.
It has, it is now 7. It is now, wait, sorry, there's a big play from the Bills. It's 7-3.
Oh,
Who's winning?
The Chiefs. Yeah.
Boy, it would be nice to see the Bills get that monkey off their back.
Seriously.
I know.
I'm so
Seriously.
sick of the Chiefs. It's unreal.
I feel like everybody is too.
But I will say this. If the Chiefs win and the Chiefs win the Super Bowl again, I just hope Kelsey just hangs up the jersey, calls it good, and walks off into the sunset.
Yeah.
I really wanted to see a Bills and a Commanders.
I think
Super
that's what
Bowl, 'cause
most
that
people
would've been pretty
wanted.
cool.
I think
Oh,
most
did the
people wanted
Commanders-
that. They lost.
To the Commanders.
Yeah, they got beat
Ah.
pretty good today.
Oh yeah.
Saquon.
Saquon was all over him in the first half.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Giants. How do you feel about that?
He's
Rick?
the only reason that I want
hey,
them to
hey.
win.
Pain. I'm so happy for Saquon because, like, I totally understand why someone wouldn't want to play for the Giants. Like, oh my God. Like, bro, you're in the
He
prime.
wanted to, though. That's the thing.
Well, and then the Giants ownership fucked it up 100%. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like he had no, like, he's not going to regret, like, oh, he's like, I'm on the Eagles. I'm doing great now. Like, I totally get it. There's no,
I find it stupidly ironic that he goes from the Giants to the Eagles, who are who are rivals with each other, right? And he's gonna freaking run. He runs right into the Super Bowl his first season with a better team.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't a Saquon issue. It was a Giants issue.
It was. And guess what? I'm gonna relate this to hockey. Jack Eichel and his first year with the Vegas Golden Knights.
Right.
Good point. Very good point.
Man.
And as we have seen, it's continued to be bad for one side and good for the other side. So, there could be some issues there, but I have no idea. We could get into that another time. I have no idea what the problem there is. No clue. No clue.
It's bad. It's bad.
How are you guys doing in fantasy this week? I'm not playing either of you.
God.
I know that.
Oh my.
I'm playing Danielle.
Oh.
And as of right now, she is going to beat me.
Oh, I might lose. She's going to win.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. I got to look at the league and see what that means.
Unless I have a big night.
It's Sunday, too, so there's not a lot of people playing.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to sneak it out. I'll be honest with you. I haven't been giving it a ton of attention lately. It's one of those things where I think about it like 3 days into the week, and then I'm like, oh shit.
You're like,
dude, you know what you got to do is whenever, if we all do the show, you just right now on the app, just hit start all and just boom.
That's what I do, but I like to make some moves too, and that's generally what helps me.
Yeah, if you forget, then that's kind of how it goes.
Jeez.
Well, you're tied with Rick right now. So that's fun.
So it's going to be, dude, I don't know what's going to happen. I was projected to lose. I'm playing your mom this week, Mike. And I was projected to lose, but then my team's having a good week. It's 320 to 315. I'm up by 5 right now, but it's going to be real close. Close. Your mom has, I don't know if Bobrovsky's going to start tonight because he played last night for the Panthers, so I'd assume probably not.
It's probably good.
So let's assume he's not going to start. I don't know though. The only person she has playing then is Carter Verhaeghe.
Okay.
And I have Alexander Barkov. So we have 2 Panthers. So it's like, uh-oh.
All right. Do they play on the same line too?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I think they do. Maybe not.
I think they either, if not Kachuk, Verhaeghe, and someone else is the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Right now, I'm hoping Zuccarello can get me some points against Chicago. Which, like, please, it's Chicago. Come on. And I hope all the Calgary players that your mom has playing right now do bad.
All right.
Sorry, Sonia. Oh, also, you know who I picked up before? I don't know if you guys were thinking about it, but I picked up Dustin Wolf from Calgary a week ago, and man, that is great. He's getting me some solid points.
Oh, very nice.
I had him for a little bit, and then I let him go.
Yeah, he's doing great for me at the moment. That could change. But how about you, Mike?
So I'm playing going up against my dad. It's very tight, about a 10-point match right now, lead for him. And we are tied in the second and third positions. We're tied in record, and my dad's got way more points than me.
It's a huge game.
Touchdown for the Bills.
Hey.
So whoever wins this week will have, I believe, solo position at 2, depending on whatever's going on with Benny.
Yeah.
He's gonna win. Oh, and he's got a lot of points too. Actually, so no, if I win, I think Benny's gonna be second. So that's interesting.
Okay.
But you know who I picked up, just randomly found him on the waiver wire, was Kirill Kaprizov.
Cool.
He was hurt on the IR. He was on the IR, and I was like, I'll take it. So I grabbed him, put him on my IR, and then he came back. It was like a week. I was like, I wonder if he's like gonna be out for a long time. And then it was like a week later, he was off the IR. I was like, take it.
Yeah. Who had Kaprizov?
No idea. The fact that somebody dropped him makes me think it was someone like my mom or my sister or Mitch, and they were like, I don't really know who this is, so I'm just gonna drop him because I don't have a slot for him.
Yeah, dang, that's big.
Yeah,
That's big.
that was nice.
You know, or it's fair, or it could have just been somebody else who had somebody like better get hurt, and then you got to make a decision on who you're gonna slot in your IR and get rid of one.
Yeah, could have been that as well. Yeah, we're getting down to it. Actually, there's the last 3 weeks, I think, of the season are the playoffs. So
Yeah.
I don't know how many weeks are left in the actual regular season, but we're getting down there. We're getting down to it. We top 6 make the playoffs, boys, which I think everybody right now is in the playoffs. I think you, Nick, are right on the edge.
We're right on the edge. We're barely hanging on. I know.
Yeah, you guys are just barely hanging on, but hey, there's plenty of time. Plenty of time.
That's true.
Okay, let me start. So let's talk a little bit about our teams. Eric said his Isles are on a 4-game winning streak. That's exciting.
Yeah, they are. It's kind of ridiculous.
That's exciting. I don't know the Sens. I think the Sens have been doing.
The Senators have been
right?
in this up and down like win-loss type trade-off situation, which isn't great given that there's still 2 teams ahead of them, but they're still knocking on the door.
Yeah, they're still right there. What I have the standings open. What are they? 1 point. Yeah, they're 1 point behind. They're 1 point behind both the Blue Jackets and the Lightning. Because we'll talk about that. I don't know what is happening, but I'll try to figure it out, I guess. And then right behind them are the Montreal Canadiens. Now, I know it is tradition on this show to read the message for the person who misses word for word. I don't know if I'm going to do that this time because Benny types the same way as he talks a lot. Let me just show you. Can you see? Look.
Oh, I saw it.
Look.
I saw it. Just give it the old and just
I'm not going to be able to talk tomorrow. All right, this is straight from the keyboard of Benny Watson. The Habs definitely came back down to earth a bit this week. Following the blowout loss to the Leafs last week, they did gut out wins against the Rangers and Lightning in games that they definitely didn't play their best, but lost a crucial divisional game to the Red Wings before holding on to get a point against the Devils. So basically, this week, they lost to the Leafs last weekend and then were 2-1-1. I believe is what that means.
Yeah.
Then Benny said, granted, if that's their version of a bad week, that's not too bad of a bad week to have. But the playoff race in the East doesn't really allow for losing games against divisional opponents. That is very true.
Yeah.
I think they finally started to feel the effects of attempting to wait out getting Heineman back from injury because you can't expect to rotate forwards into Pizzetta's spot after he plays his 5 minutes a night and expect it to go well. Harvey Pinard came back up against the Devils, and I think he should be a much better option to get them back to Heineman so that fourth line can get back to the stabilizing presence it was during their hot streak. They're about to hit a much lighter part of their schedule, so interested to see how they respond to actually having some rest for once after a busy January. Boom. There it is.
Huh. I remember
now Mike has lost his voice.
Now I cannot speak anymore.
I remember I remember when Harvey Pinard was up for a little bit. Like that name sounds familiar to me, but Heineman is not a name that's familiar.
I don't know any of those guys. It's the
Mike was
fourth.
reading at one point. Mike was reading French.
Dude, it's we're talking about the fourth line on the Montreal Canadiens, who granted beat the Lightning, but
Yeah.
but like I don't know anything about them. Yeah, so I'll talk about that since they did play the Lightning. The Lightning have been just the same exact thing as the Senators, but a little bit more bad than good, because they just can't put together multiple periods even of good play. I don't get it. Or you know what? It's weird. So they're in this weird situation where they'll play well and they'll lose. They'll get a couple bad breaks, which is what happened against the Canadiens. They outplayed the Canadiens quite a bit and got slightly goalied, and Vasi let in 2 that were just they can't go in, and he let them in, and they lost by 1. So, or it might have been 2 with an empty net. I can't remember, but that was upsetting. And then they lost to, the Lightning lost to Detroit as well last night. Like they're playing these teams that are points behind them.
Yeah.
And they need to win. Like you need to beat these teams because they're right behind you. I mean, the Canadiens, if they win, will be tied with them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like if the
Yeah.
Canadiens win their next game, and if it's before the Lightning play, they will be ahead of them. Like what are you guys doing?
It's gonna be a tight. The Atlantic's gonna be a tight race to the finish.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
I
is.
just want to say about the Lightning, it's amazing. Like I haven't watched full games, so you can comment on like how good their team play is overall. But dude, Nikita Kucherov just still finds ways to give them points. It's insane.
Yeah, you gotta watch. Yeah. It's if you ever see a full game, you'll see he's the best player on the team, but he also is like sometimes you're watching and you're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Like,
Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah.
He just, but like I guess you take it because more often than not, it ends up being an awesome play that leads to a goal or a good chance or something. But there are some times where he'll just pass it to the wrong team.
And you're like, all right.
No one is close to that. Like, who are you passing to? But they just have they have a lot of issues. Defense right now, they don't have their best defenseman from the start of the season was JJ Moser, the guy they got from Utah. And he got hurt a while back and has not been in, and I think that's what's been causing a lot of the issues.
It's not Ryan McDonough. He's not. He's
like a solid presence, like good shutdown pair. But the Moser was he was playing with Hedman. So he was like, he bounced off of Hedman well, which that's their first pairing, obviously. So
yeah.
So not having him kind of hurts because I don't even know who's playing with Hedman now. I think they switch it around. They went 7 defense on the last game, and I don't know. I don't know. They just got to start winning.
Chernak doesn't play with Hedman. No, that'd be too many.
No, he plays with McDonough. That's their shutdown pair.
It's a good pair. It's a good pair.
That's their shutdown pair right there. No, Hedman, I don't know, dude. I don't even remember who he played with. Like when they were winning cups, I think he played with like Bogosian or something. I can't remember.
Ooh, yeah.
Booyah.
Bogo Norris.
Yeah, should have been. It's a crime that he never got even nominated for the Norris. Quite honestly,
it's insane.
Yeah. That's about it though. That's about it for the Lightning. They got to figure it out. They got to weather the storm. Vasi's letting in goals that are just you can't let in, and that's just kind of how it is. How it goes. And Johansson's not very good either.
Oh.
But sometimes he is. I don't understand it. I do not.
He's
understand
a backup. That's the point.
Yeah,
they're good and they're bad, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I suppose that's a fact. But yeah, let's go into the Isles winning streak. How about it?
Well, see, it's weird talking about the Islanders winning streak right now, right? Because as it stands, the Islanders have 49 points. They are
Oh, good lord.
let's see in their division. Let's see, 7th in their division, only in front of the Pittsburgh Penguins. So realistically, all right, I know the East is close,
Dude, the
right?
East is wild because
It is.
just
It
like
is.
2 weeks ago, the Penguins were right there to get a playoff
Yeah.
spot.
So you can argue that the Islanders in that case can still technically like sneak into the playoffs. From what I've seen this season, like a 4-game winning streak. This is their first 4-game winning streak of the season. So if you're gonna, especially as things heat up and get more, more intense in the coming
yeah.
weeks, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
really. This team does not indicate to me that they can make a playoff push. But I will talk about the winning streak. They've gotten really good play from Ilya Sorokin. They actually, so Varlamov is on injured reserve right now. I actually dropped him on fantasy for that reason. But they brought in Magnus Hogberg. I believe that's how
Oh,
you say
yeah.
that.
That's
I
an
remember
old
that.
And he got,
Senators goalie.
yeah, an old Senators goalie, and he got his first win since like, God, 2022 or something like that. I don't know, something ridiculous. With the Isles, so that was really cool. And other than that, I guess the two big pieces of news are one, they beat the Hurricanes in overtime last night after that
Ooh.
ridiculous blockbuster. So Mikko Rantanen's first game as a Hurricane was spoiled by the New York Islanders. Would you guys believe that? I wouldn't
Nice.
believe it. Which is kind of ridiculous. And then the other piece with the Isles is they signed Tony DeAngelo. So you're probably wondering, why would they sign Tony DeAngelo from fucking Siberia?
Oh,
He was in
yeah.
the KHL.
You
This is
know,
why. Oh, go
I
ahead.
feel like I've always had mixed feelings with him, and he's not a locker room guy, but he's not bad.
Here's the
Yes.
thing with Tony D. All right. He's polarizing off the ice. And then on the ice, he's another one of those players who has a little D next to their name, but it should be like a left wing or a right wing, you know? Like it's not like he's another Risto. Like
Oh, yeah.
you should not be playing defense, sir. You are not good at it. You don't care about it.
No.
But hey, he'll get you points. He will usually get you some points.
Yeah. So to me, the main reason they did this, because this kind of feels like it's so sudden, and it kind of seems like at least from Lou's perspective, all right, I still believe in this team and they need to squeak into the playoffs. Noah Dobson just went onto the IR with a lower body injury. So if you're Lou, you're probably looking around. Well, you probably need glasses because you're fucking old and senile.
He
So
he definitely has some bifocals, dude.
Yeah, bifocals, sorry, because I have glasses. I'm not old and senile yet. And you're like, okay, what's a cheap offensive defenseman I could get to replace Noah Dobson? Someone with that high-end offensive talent. Oh, let me look at the KHL. I bet this Tony DeAngelo guy would be a great fit. He's got an Italian last name. We're on Long Island.
Yeah.
But then I think about all the problems that Tony DeAngelo has created in other locker rooms, and it's like, isn't Lou supposed to be like, he was the guy who's like, all right, we're going to bring hockey culture back to Long Island. We're all going to shave, and we're going to be a tight knit group that believes in one another. And I just don't think Tony DeAngelo is anything. I think objectively, I think he may be able to help like with the product on the ice. Don't get me wrong. Like, oh yeah, you want to generate offense? I'm sure he could probably do that. But it's just like, what was the point, I guess? Because again, I truly don't believe the Islanders are going to make the playoffs. And it is a 1-year deal for league min, so it's not really a risk or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like, all right. I mean, this guy, like, is Tony DeAngelo just going to be on the Islanders for like 2 months and then go back to the KHL? It's just kind of weird.
I mean, hey, this is his chance here. Like this
Yeah.
is his chance. Play well here, and maybe you can get another NHL deal or something somewhere.
Yeah.
Or you can go back to Russia if you prefer that.
Yeah, he could probably make a lot of money in Russia.
Honestly, yeah, he probably would make more over there than over here.
Yeah.
But
But
I
yeah,
don't
no,
know, man.
I don't really think. Yeah, I just again, does it help the Islanders with an offensive defenseman? Yeah, I'm sure it does. Compared to what's out there, right? They would have to lose something to replace Noah Dobson. This is the only scenario where they can come close to replacing him with zero risk and losing zero assets. But also, it's Tony DeAngelo. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
Yeah.
just from Italian to Italian. It's like, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't know. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. Like you said, Nick, this is this is he has the talent. And then like you said, Mike, this is his shot. This is to prove something. Maybe you can be something, but
You gotta have like somebody in your locker room, like one of your team's leaders. They have to like go up to him and kind of be like, all that
be like,
stuff, you're done with all that.
yeah.
You
Oh,
come
and
here
the
and you play hockey.
All that cocaine you've been snorting over in Russia,
Yeah,
you're done.
you're done with that.
the
Cold
last
turkey.
thing I'll say, too, he was a longtime Rangers defenseman, so there's also something about that. That's a personal.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, your Rangers coming over here. It'd be like, oh god, if I ever have to see Matty Barzal in a Rangers jersey, I'd be like, oh god, it just doesn't feel good.
That would feel absolutely terrible.
The only Ranger I'd ever love to see in an Islander jersey, even though this would burn people's retinas, would be like Henrik Lundqvist. That'd be incredible. But that's
obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd love
that's
that.
So that's the Islanders. That's it.
All right. Very nice. We heard about all the teams. Nick, do you have anything more on Ottawa? You went pretty quick.
No, a little bit.
How do you feel about Brady, who I believe is scoreless in his last 10?
That's the thing. I was just looking at stuff, and they're 6-3-1 in the last 10, and so they're hanging in there. They did get smacked around pretty good by the Rangers a few nights ago. The biggest thing with them is they're running a bunch of backup goalies right now because Ullmark's been out since the end of December. So they're kind of they're hanging in there, but
they gotta get that.
It's a little difficult when your $33 million goalie isn't on the ice. So
through that,
I saw that he was in practice on Saturday skating, so I guess that's a good sign.
Okay.
Could be back. How many times has he been hurt this year? It's been like multiple, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's always been Ullmark's MO, right? Except for, was it year 1 or year 2 in Boston?
One of those,
one of those years he was really good. And then the other year was when they started platooning in Swayman more frequently, and he went down for a little while, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's to the point where he's back to his old ways, because that's the way he was in Buffalo too. He was in and out of the lineup all the time. So
yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Was he still there? Was Ullmark still in Buffalo when old Craig came in? He wasn't, right?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think that might have been the year after Ullmark left. They traded Ullmark or something, and then they were like, we
gotta bridge this gap.
We gotta call in old Craig.
Old Craig. All
right. Well, do you guys want to take a break, or do you want to just keep her trucking? I'm fine. It's up to you guys.
I'm good.
We can keep her trucking. Yeah.
Keep her trucking. Yeah, we don't have Benny's here. Benny's usually got to run to the little boys' room. Okay. Well, hey, let's move right into it. Eric mentioned it. Rantanen to the Hurricanes, huge blockbuster.
Yep.
This is a trade that I don't know if we have seen something like this. Definitely in our lifetime. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this, because this is a huge trade. This is like big player this is like huge player, like top, what would you say, top 15 player in the NHL at least?
Yep. And for wingers, top 5, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Like, this is a top end player for a player that could be top end, and in fact was leading the league in points to start the
Yeah.
year for a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
And it all before the trade deadline. It wasn't even like an off-season thing. It's not even at the trade deadline. It's like before. It's wild. So the end of the trade, it's 3 teams. The Blackhawks are in there getting a 3rd-round pick and retaining on Rantanen, and they also were able to ship Taylor Hall out. So the Hurricanes get Rantanen and Taylor Hall. They get Rantanen at 50% discount, so I think it's like 4.25 or something like that. And then Taylor Hall, they have to just have him there at $6 million. That
Yep.
hurts.
Yep.
I don't know why they did that. They were, I guess, to get them to retain. But you only saved $4 million. So I feel like you could have just cut them out of the deal.
You know what's interesting about that? The Hurricanes shipped off so many people in the offseason, though, this year. Like, I don't know their cap situation exactly, but I feel like they have so much room to actually make that work. Maybe they're at the top. Like, maybe they used it all up now, but they were able to make it work.
Yeah.
I think shipping people out this summer.
Well, they have a lot of like reasonable deals
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Like what's Aho's like 8 million or something like that.
Something 7 or something like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's insane.
Yeah.
Aho Aho's 9.75.
Oh, he's 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he is up there. But like Svechnikov 7.75.
Yeah.
Seth Jarvis 7.4. Like, yeah, they got
They're-
some good deals going on there.
Yeah.
So that's what the Canes get, and in return, the Avalanche get Martin Necas, who was leading the league in points on my team, baby. He has not been doing that recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they get him and is it Jack Drury, I believe? I think he's
Jack.
like a 2018 draft player, so he's very young still. Yeah. It's and you know what the other part about this deal that's so strange or it's so different is these are both teams that will be making the playoffs and will be looking at a cup. They will be looking to compete for a cup here.
Yeah.
Like with real chances to do it. I'm curious to know who you think as of right now wins this trade. Who do you think wins this?
Carolina.
Oh, Nick comes in with the Carolina. Why? How come?
Cool.
Just because they got the guy?
Yeah. I don't know. That's just a pull out of my ass thing. I feel like Rantanen's better. It's just my question is why? What's the need for it?
So what I'm thinking, and this is I think what everybody else is also thinking, is the Avalanche and Rantanen were in talks to get the extension done, and my guess is Rantanen was like, I am your second best player, and I rock the house every single year. I want 13 million. I want whatever. But Nathan MacKinnon is only signed for 12.6.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that they were like, we're not going to give you more than Nathan MacKinnon. And then he's like, okay, well, then I'll go get it somewhere else. So they kept talking, trying to figure it out. And my guess is they recently were like, all right, it's not going to happen. Let's get something back for him.
Yeah.
So
get something back in return before you lose them for nothing.
Exactly.
It's a smart move.
Yep.
This trade is so interesting to me because, and you just touched on it with Rantanen and the contract negotiations. Taylor Hall is a part of this deal because for some reason the Blackhawks were like we're benching him and not giving him many minutes per night when they're the Blackhawks. And if you're Taylor Hall, it's like, hey guys, you know you're the Blackhawks, right? Like, I'm Taylor Hall. Like,
He's like,
you probably should have.
He's like, I know I'm not great, but I can play on this team. Come
Yeah,
on.
like I'm an NHL guy. So that's interesting to me that when you look at all these players, remember Marty Necas originally wanted to leave Carolina. He requested a trade last season.
That's right.
But Carolina got rid of some guys to give him space in that top 6. And that's what he wanted. So both sides were happy for the time being, but it's interesting that I guess Carolina to me is like, okay, what can we never do in the playoffs? Score a clutch goal. We have a guy now who can score that clutch goal, who's good enough to do that.
Oh,
So they were probably like, listen, Natchez has so much upside.
And you're clearly talking about Taylor Hall.
Yeah.
You know it.
Taylor Hall is so much. Oh man,
Clutch.
no. Taylor Hall on the Devils, and what year was it? What freaking year was that? That was crazy.
His Hart Trophy year. It was like
Adam Larson for Taylor Hall, 1-for-1, and then he goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Oilers have been taking it for a long time, dude.
Yeah. But Rantanen solves that problem. And if you're Colorado, right, that question of we're going to have this tough conversation of, yeah, McKinnon makes 12. There's no way we're giving you more than that. But also you're a really good player. But then you have Marty Natchez, who you're like, wait a minute. We're the Avalanche. We're super fast. We're highly offensive, right? That's our team identity. And this might be the perfect guy to keep everything young, to keep it fresh, to keep it like keep that speed up. And he has the potential to be Rantanen-esque. He's a different type of player for sure, but maybe he could be a finisher like that, you know?
I love Natchez, dude.
Yeah, he's great.
I know I said it kind of weird. Dude, he's big too. Like he's underratedly a giant. Like I see him on the ice and I'm like, who the hell is that? It's Natchez. I'm like, holy shit, that guy's big.
Yeah. And he skates. He skates freaking well. So I feel like that fits into what the Avs need. And Rantanen, is like I don't even want to say a risk, because like I guess the risk is working out signing him, right? That might be a little tough for Carolina.
The risk is he doesn't. The risk is you can't offer him enough, or he just goes somewhere else, and you end up just having him as a rental, and you shipped out. Yeah. Because like, well, the other good thing for the Avalanche is Natchez is he's got an extra year. He's got next year as well.
Yes. But I just like the upside there, right? With the Hurricanes is like, finally. It'd be like if the Islanders got a player like Mikko Rantanen, I'd be like, okay, this is great. Like, no offense to Anthony Duclair. Like, it's like, Lou's like, we got a goal scorer. And Bo Horvat goal scorer. It's like, yes, they can score goals, but they're not 105-point season Mikko Rantanen. Like, these are
55 goals.
Yeah, these are on two totally different levels, you know. So I think I'm in Nick's shoes. I agree that the Hurricanes win the trade. I think long term, Natchez will work out well for the Avs though. But I think the Hurricanes win the trade.
You know what this makes me want really bad? And so here's my thing. Going into the playoffs, if the Lightning make the playoffs, I'm going for them. If the Lightning don't make it, I want Carolina, Colorado in the Cup final, dude.
That would be great.
That would be so good. They line
exactly
up on the wing.
Who wins that trade, right?
Yes, exactly. You don't have to guess anymore, guys. You just watch this. That would be so sick. You know what? Even if the Lightning make it, that's what I want.
Like, I don't care.
So I read an article this week. I'm going to change gears for a second.
Yeah.
And it was talking about, because of what Eric said earlier, the Penguins being at the bottom of their division, right? It was talking about, are they going to move on from Karlsson? And if Karlsson gets dealt, where's he going to go?
Oh boy.
And you can already predict where I'm going with this. I read an article that said Ottawa could be actually a very good place for Karlsson to go back.
Back to the Sens.
You bring that veteran presence back into the locker room on the back end. You play him with, you play him with Shabbat, or you play him with Sanderson.
You gotta play him with someone who can lock down, dude.
Right. And they get that big veteran leadership person in there who's been around for a while, who knows what he's doing, who can tell the team, like, this is what we're doing wrong and this is what we're doing right. And I was like, it's a whole brand new organization at this point since the last time he was there.
Yeah.
He loved Ottawa, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
I think
I wonder if basically the article is like, this could be a move that they make, except for He's got a monster contract.
Wow.
So would Ottawa take that all back?
I was
want
just
that
trying to
all on their
look.
book.
I was just trying to look at that. Let me look at something quick here,
Dude.
because he's retained. San Jose's retained. Let me look here. I should be able to.
Right,
San
that's right.
Jose's
When San
oh.
Jose traded him, didn't they retain some of his salary?
They did.
San Jose is only retaining 1.5 million,
Oh,
which makes him an $8.5 million cap hit. But was he retained anywhere else? Did anybody else get in on that?
That's a good question.
Chicago, maybe. I can't answer that question right now, but
The Coyotes.
at this
aka
point, he's gonna end up his contract. If this deal goes down and and it gets retained again by like the Penguins or something, his deal's gonna be retained. He's gonna be getting paid by like 4 different teams.
Yeah.
He's gonna be paying 4 different types of taxes, dude. He's gonna barely get any money back. Dude, that's insane.
I guess in
Honestly,
a nutshell is I would like to see him come back. So come on back to town.
I was gonna say
that'll be what pushes him over the edge.
I was gonna say I hope it happens. That'd be
I'm
sweet.
just gonna say, if this we get to the playoffs and have Erik Karlsson on defense, we need it. The hockey world needs that. Yeah, make it happen. Make it happen.
I just sent you guys something I saw on Facebook. It was their anniversary roster that they have.
They're doing, the
Oh,
NHL's doing
the
the quarter century teams. So
Yep,
from 2000 to now.
Yeah,
Oh
which
my God.
obviously he made.
He's
But
there.
I looked at that
yeah.
roster and I'm like, those are some good names.
Old
Except
Craig,
for
baby.
some of those names haven't been there in a long time. Like
long-
Chara, for example.
Gee.
Chara's on the
Chara even was on that team.
Yeah, he
Chara
was
played
good.
like how he didn't play. What did he play? 2 years?
5 years, I think it said.
Dang, man.
You guys know why Chara was on the Senators?
The Isles, did they trade him or what'd they do with him?
Islanders got rid of him. Yeah.
Oh,
You want to know what Ranger was drafted by the Senators?
Oh,
Mika.
Mika. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot
He'd
of
have been a nice
those.
person to hold on to for a while.
Yeah, until now. That dirty taint. Dude, I don't know why I had him for so long on my fantasy. I'm like, dude, do you play the game or no? Yeah, I'm like, I did not know what he was doing. He was not giving me anything.
Dude, the amount of Ranger fan friends that I have that are like, send Mika to Siberia. I'm like, all right, guys, let's settle down. Let's
Like,
settle
he's
down.
a good player, but like he's been not
Yep.
doing it.
He's very sensitive.
Well, he needs to figure it out.
So all right, this Karlsson thing, I just want to say this. Sometimes I go back and I watch, the play, Karlsson to Brassard for the 1T.
I don't know if I do know that play.
You don't play? Oh my God.
I bet I'd
against
know it if I looked.
Oh my God. What a goal. What a goal. If you go on YouTube right now, you look it up.
I just miss the full ice passes for goals.
Yep.
Stretch it out.
Those beautiful
goal-
stretch passes.
Erik Karlsson saucing it to Mike Hoffman for the breakaway Forsberg tuck. Dude, the Sens used to be,
They were so fun, dude.
So fun. So fun. Yeah, when Chris Kunitz beat them in the scored that overtime goal, I Penguins. I'll just say it. I hate them.
Fuck the Penguins.
Never have hated. I'm just like, you ruined the fun. Craig could have had his fucking Stanley Cup, and you guys ruin it every time.
Who did they play in that final? Who did the Penguins? Was that San Jose? Yeah.
The Sharks. So they ruined that. They ruined the Sharks, and they ruined the Predators. Also, what? Crosby could have 3 cups? Give me a break.
Would they have? Do you think the Senators would have beat the Sharks that year?
I don't know. I mean, listen, they took the Penguins to 7, and the Penguins kind of smacked the Sharks around, from what I remember. Just saying.
I don't know. It was that system. Like they were just playing a system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The system always wins.
Who was their head coach then? What the fuck was his name?
The
Guy
Penguins?
Boucher, right?
Guy
With the
Boucher,
stars
yeah.
all over his face.
I think.
Oh, dude, Guy Boucher. Yeah, he was like the Lightning's head coach when Stamkos came in.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been around.
Yeah. He's made his way around the league. All right, so we talked about the Four Nations rosters couple weeks ago. Rick was there. I don't think
Yeah.
Nick. I don't think you were there. What do you think about the about those teams? Do you have any rankings? Because we all three of us ranked it. We ranked those bitches.
I want to say one thing real quick, Nick, before you go in, because there was an update to Canada's roster.
Yes.
And I don't know if you heard about this, Nick. So Alex Pietrangelo is opting out of Team Canada. They do not have a replacement for him yet. So I'm just going to leave that at that where you go.
Yeah, so he's just like,
We can talk about that after.
so he's just like saying see ya. He's doing the Alex Ovechkin for the for the All-Star game.
He's like, Hockey Canada, I've given you so much. Please let me rest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
pretty
need
much,
a minute.
dude. That's
Yeah, yeah.
fine. That's fine because I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna start looking at defensemen that could possibly replace him.
Oh, the Chiefs are pulling away. Oh
yeah,
boy.
Yeah, it's getting ugly over to my left.
Come on, Bills.
The Chick Man, was he already on it? I don't remember.
Wait. Oh, that's a good question. I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I think he was as well. Gimme. Let me see this damn roster.
Those are good. Those are all good rosters.
The Chick Man was not on it.
Oh, so he's the replacement then? Okay.
No, that's just what I'm saying. He's not. He's there. Bouchard is not on there. Wait, is he on there?
Oh, then it should be Bouchard.
It depends on what they're going for, man.
Yeah.
Is Josh Morrissey?
Yes.
Okay, Josh Morrissey. I was gonna say if he's not on there, that's some cheese.
Yeah,
They have Parayko on there. So I wonder, does Parayko slide in? Because I think everybody had kind of thought that he was going to be that seventh defenseman.
True.
Which, under a John Cooper system, they might do 7 defensemen. But
yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think their forwards are too good to take one out. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder if they slide him up to that 6th spot or if they are like, okay, this is kind of a chance for us to rectify something. You know what I mean? Because they don't have Bouchard. They don't have like Jacob Chikrin's having a great year. Dougie Hamilton's having a great year. He's right there. He's not on the team. I wonder if this is they take a chance. They're like, okay, let's get this guy in there and we'll have him slot in.
So here's my thoughts.
Okay.
I believe that Canada, and I think we had this conversation one time I was on. I think Canada's got the best offense, hands down. They definitely don't have the best goalies.
Oh no, dude, they're like, dude, there's an argument to put them last in goaltending.
Yep.
Yeah.
A very strong argument.
I think that every team is good. Let me just look at one thing. I would say USA's probably got the best back end defense and goalies.
I agree with that.
Their offense is good, but on paper, Canada's better, right?
Yeah,
definitely.
So if I had to rate them, is that what you want? Is you want a rating?
Give me a ranking, 1 to 4. Who are you putting 4?
Finland.
All right.
Okay.
Finland 4.
I want to say that's what we had as well.
Finland's 4, Canada's 3, Sweden's 2, and USA is 1.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Dang, dude. All right. We had
you know those Swedes got it going on.
Question.
They do have it going on.
Actually, Mike, your thought first.
Beautiful hair. I was just gonna say all the 3, Eric, Benny, and myself all had, I think, Finland, Sweden, and then I think Benny and I had Canada, US, and I think Eric had it switched. Eric had US, then Canada at the top. You're the only one that has Canada outside the top 2, which is pretty interesting.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Well,
I think it's all
anything could
close,
happen.
and it doesn't matter, right? But
Yeah.
you just look at goalies, right? And like
See, that was my thought as well.
sometimes you can have as much offensive talent as you want, but if your back end sucks ass, then like granted their defense is good too. But if your goalie isn't good and they don't have track record like stellar goalie there,
All right.
right?
So I agree with that. I forgot about this. Jacob Markstrom and Linus Hallmark are both injured right now. Markstrom just went down.
Oh.
Allmark's coming back.
So okay. So no. So that okay. I didn't know the timetable on that. So that's huge because I was gonna say they also have Philip Gustafson as their third, who's been great.
He's been awesome.
So like I still, despite that, still better than Canada. So I can totally see why Nick has them so high. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, that's a good goalie.
And this is the point that I made when I took US as at the top, was in a short tournament like this where you play each team once before getting into the championship. Your goaltender is so much more important because the systems aren't going to be perfect. Your like defensive coverage and everything is not going to be very good. You're going to give up, odd man rushes and things like that. You need your goalie to be able to pull some shit out for you.
Yeah.
So that's that
I think another thing that makes me think that with Canada, like, yes, they have so much offensive firepower, it's unbelievable. But then you take a step back and think you have all of these number one offensive talents on every single team, right? Like, how well are these guys actually going to play together? Or is it just going to be McDavid just skating up and down the ice with the puck, or Matthews? You know, or not Matthews? He's on USA, but you know what I mean? Like these guys who are just going to be like, am I going to play for myself? Am I going to play well on a team? I feel like a European team probably is going to be better at meshing than US or Canada, but I'm not going to. Come on now. I'm not going to go against USA.
Well,
Come on.
Of course not. Yeah, we're not traitors, Rick.
I was a traitor. What did I said Canada over USA?
Yeah. Pretty sure you did.
USA. No, yeah, I did. I just, you know why? Because that Canada forward group scares me. You know what I forgot about? Genuinely, do you know what I forgot about? And I say forgot because this is so recent. Zach Werenski is having a season. So,
dude,
let me tell you.
We have quite possibly, the U.S. possibly has 2 of the 3 Norris finalists from this year. Quite possibly.
And then possibly, no, one Vezina.
At least one Vezina. Who are the other 2? Only one. It's only going to be one.
Ottinger's good, but yeah, I don't know if he's in the Vezina conversation. I don't know. Maybe.
Not yet.
Not right now. Not this season.
But yeah, I'm cheering for USA hard. This is gonna be great.
I know it.
Do you know how excited I keep telling my dad how excited I am to see the Tkachuk brothers on the same team?
Dude, if they don't do a line with the 2 of them, like maybe they're like, well, we got to spread the wealth. We got to spread the Tkachuk wealth.
The Tkachuk wealth.
But dude, those 2 with like I remember when we were talking about mock lineups and Nick had those 2 and Austin Matthews.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Make it happen.
That is a great line, dude, because those 2 just go in and bang and crash and retrieve the puck, and then Matthews just snipes it. It's perfect.
Yep.
It's perfect. And guess what? No goalie's gonna stop it because they all suck in Canada, at least.
Yeah, fuck you, Bennington.
Yeah, literally.
Okay. Well, hey, that was all I had for today, guys. Nice, concise podcast. Although we are at an hour, but
that's not good.
I think we need to do a quick hurdle to see if I can one-shot it again.
All right, here we go. If we don't hurdle it, if we don't one-shot it, hold on. I gotta do.
Who was the guy again? Who was the guy?
I don't remember who it was.
I remember who it was. Yeah, you nailed it though.
I feel like it was like Staros or something.
Yeah, yeah.
That was what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh, you know what? Can I do this?
That was great. That was great, Nick.
Yeah, that was totally unexpected.
Garbage.
And lucky, right? Because I only know like good play, like the seasoned veterans in the league. I don't know young guys.
Dude,
That's where my out of touchness with hockey is. It kind of hurting me now. Is I don't pay enough attention to know some of the young guys who are coming up. It's like I know, I know like the guys from 10 years ago that were like the up and comers, right? But I don't know the guys now. So it's like you guys rattle some of these names off, and I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, there definitely is.
Especially Ben. Ben will throw names around, and I'm like, never heard of him.
Well, Benny is a special case because he just knows everything, dude. He just has his brain just holds on to that kind of information, like so
Yeah.
easily.
As a good sports writer should do. Remember the names of all the athletes.
True, very true. All right,
Yeah.
let me get this going. I gotta do this now. I gotta do this. Let me do this.
Now that the idea of Carlson going back to the Sens is in my brain, I need it to happen.
It's there.
I'm going to Ottawa. I'm taking time off from work. I'm talking to the GM.
Oh, shoot. What is it? Hurdle.
I'm like, dude, make this happen.
App. There we go. Is it gonna work? Okay.
Wasn't it like Kyle Turris's girlfriend that like beefed up with it? All that?
Dude, it wasn't even them. I mean, it might have ended up being them, but it was like.
I remember that whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, those fuckers.
The Senators had what did they have?
Drove them out of town.
The Senators had the cab incident too, right? Where like they were caught in a cab, mic'd up, or was that the Senators?
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
Like saying stuff about the GM or the coach or something like that.
Yeah, this is kind of ringing a bell now.
Okay, here we go. I've got it done now. Let me share. And there we go.
God,
okay.
Don't be some generic
live
schmuck.
hurdle. It's a little bit generic. All right, tell me when you guys are watching.
It's loading.
Yeah, hold on one sec. All right, we got it.
I don't even know how this would be for Eric on the phone.
That's just the same. That's just the same.
All right. Boom, there you
Come
go.
on.
Oh, Nick knows who that is.
I can't see it yet.
Oh, his thing's not. It's not. It'll go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe it's not gonna go. Well, Eric, do you have any opening thoughts on this guy's hair?
Oh yeah, easily.
What do you think?
Gotta leave the camera off.
Yeah, you can turn. Yeah, keep it off. Everyone watching, the red square is Nick.
Nick, do you see it?
I do.
You know who it is?
Do you know who it is?
For some what do you think, Rick?
Well, he was on the Sens quarter century team, Mark Stone. It's got to be Mark Stone. His hair's like freaking everywhere. He looks like
I thought Eichel a little bit.
In my head, Anze Kopitar came up to my head.
Oh, that's also a good one.
But I don't. Wait, so who do we want to do? Because we can do Mark Stone, and then we can get Eichel out of the way as well.
Sure.
Because we can see if it's on that team. Marky Stone. Okay.
Oh,
we are all incorrect. So we're in the East. Younger than 32. Not a right winger.
Not Canadian.
Not Canadian. Is this a Hughes? Is this a Hughes? Is this like a Jack Hughes, possibly?
Hair's gonna throw me off now, damn.
Yeah, the hair's throwing me off too.
It's kind of weird. Dude, I have no idea. Give me a Eastern centerman.
Could we do Travis Konechny? I don't know.
I think he's Canadian.
Oh, he is.
Is he a winger? I'm not going to put him.
He's a wing and a center on fantasy, I think.
I'm going to go Jack Hughes. Okay.
Oh.
All right, yeah. Atlantic. There we go, gentlemen. We have an Atlantic. Oh my God.
You know who it is?
How the hell do you spell his name? It's Elevator Mike. It's Elevator Mike. I knew it, dude. I was like, as soon as I thought of it, I was like, hold on. I know that. So did I tell you guys I saw him coming out of the elevator?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, I never told you this?
Yeah, I think you did, because didn't you say something about being in the same area and Somebody went out back and was like heckling on him or something.
No, so we went to a Senators game against the Lightning, and my dad got us a room at the hotel that the players stay at.
Oh.
Yeah, so we were there, and the bus was parked out back. We were coming back from like the pool. The bus was parked there, and the friggin' there was people like waiting to see them. And then there was like at first it was like one little kid with like a goalie stick, and I was like, "Ooh, this is cool. Like Vasi's gonna come out and see him." We were like just creepily watching from the top, from like the window. We were like, "This is cool." And then a whole fucking group of people came over, and I was like, "They just ruined it for that fucking kid." And then the people came over and like, "Yeah, you guys got to move along. You're not sitting here waiting for them to come through."
Yeah.
But yeah, so that happened, and then we were there, and we were waiting for the elevator to go up. And it opens up, and this guy walks out, and I'm like, "That's Mikey Asemont right there."
You're
What a
like, oh
beauty.
shit.
And you
And
didn't say anything to him, did you?
No, I didn't say anything.
You
What
sissy.
what do I say? What do I say?
Hey, Mikey, my name is Mikey.
That'd be awesome.
Dude, should have been, honestly. Should have been. Yeah, I should have said something like that. Yo, good luck, bro. All right.
Get that 5-head fixed.
Nah, it's not that big. It's not that big. He's a beauty. I like him because he's like Yanni Gourde, but he's got less like he's less skilled with the puck, I'd say.
Okay, yeah.
But he like never stops. He just keeps going and hitting and annoying and all that good stuff.
That's good.
Love that guy. And we call him Elevator Mike now because we saw him on the elevator.
Elevator. I'll never forget when my friend Matt sent me a picture. He's like, "Yo, check it out," and he just ran into Vasi in Florida. Remember, he was just like on a scooter, and he just saw like a black Range Rover, and he's like, "Is that Andre Vasilevsky in there?" So he like walked up. He scooted up to the car. He's like, "Yo, Vasi," and he's like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" And then he's like, "Yo, I have a picture," and they just took a picture together. I'm like, that's crazy.
They're pretty. Apparently the Lightning players are pretty cool about that kind of thing. I don't think they get it that often because it's Florida.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different than if they were in like Toronto.
I think that was also one of the years after they won a cup because they won back to back. So it was one of those years. Mm-hmm. So he was probably like, yeah, he's like, "Oh, yo, someone recognized me. This is sick."
What do you guys got?
Kyle Palmieri. I don't know. I'm going Islanders.
That's a harsh
young guy.
Look at that part. You know that's a harsh part. You know what I'm saying? Very little neck on this fella. Dude, I know that hair.
Zach Werenski. Does he have hair like that?
I don't think so, but I'm gonna put it up. All right. Another U.S., another defenseman. This time out west. Jesus, man.
Jared Spurgeon.
Oh, that's a fantastic.
Because he's an American, he's older than 27 for sure. Because he's been around for a while.
I love that guess. Oh, he's Canadian.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that either.
I thought he was American too.
Maybe he's both.
Huh.
I still feel like I know that hair.
Maybe he's a dual.
Look, it's a Pacific Division team. What a surprise.
Think about the Ducks. Someone on the fucking Ducks. It's a defenseman. Shit, dude. I know defense even less than anywhere else.
Hold on one second though. He's younger than 35, older than 27. That's interesting. So he's not that young. At least he's 30. Not a rookie.
It's in the Pacific Division.
Oh no, they're not Pacific. Never mind. I was gonna say Cam Fowler, but that's not Pacific.
Cam Fowler is in Pittsburgh, isn't he?
No, he's on the Blues. He went from the Ducks to the Blues.
Yep, I'm thinking of Raquel. Raquel.
American defenseman.
Oh, we should have stopped with Elevator Mike. The number is that does not really help. Okay, U.S. defenseman in the Pacific. Let's go through the teams here.
Yeah.
Edmonton.
Do they have any? I don't think they have any American defensemen. What do they got?
Okay.
Darnell Nurse,
Ekholm.
Ekholm,
Bouchard.
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 Yeah, I don't think there's any Americans there.
Vegas.
Vegas. Petrangelo, Theodore, they're Canadians.
Hannafin.
Hannafin is American, but he's got long hair. I
don't know anybody else.
I don't think there's anybody there.
Shea Theodore is Canadian.
Yep.
The Kings.
Oh man, it could 100% be a King that I just don't know.
I'm trying to think of Kings defenseman. Yeah, I got nothing.
I can't even think of one single Kings defenseman. There's no matter
That
what.
Clark kid.
Drew Doughty.
What about the Clark? He plays for
Brant?
Yeah, he's young, but
Oh, okay. What does that mean? Yellow, I think. Shit.
what does it mean?
What is this? If the team cell is yellow, it means the mystery player used to play for that team.
So used to play for the Kings.
Used to play for the Kings. But it's still okay, so I guess let's try defenseman Vancouver.
Oh,
It's not Hughes.
What is that guy's name? Alex Edler? No, he's too old.
Edler, I don't think he plays anymore, and I believe he was he was from Sweden.
You're right. I'm trying to think of people that used to play for the Kings.
And the like this silhouette does not help.
No.
I have no idea.
Kings, Sharks, Ducks.
Let's guess a
Flames, Kraken.
Let's guess a Sharks defenseman. Anybody know one?
Brent Nope. He doesn't play there anymore.
Burnsy, yeah. Burnsy. Who did they get from the Penguins for that in the Carlson deal?
This is annoying because like used to play for the Kings. I'm trying to remember Kings teams. And
because it's not really a young player.
No. So it's like who the hell like the Kings have always been pretty okay.
I don't think this player would have been around for that for their
No, not the Cups.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Oh my gosh, dude, that was 11 years ago now.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oops.
King used to play for the Kings.
It could
I was gonna say
what if it's a Kraken? What if it's a Kraken that they grabbed in the draft or something? The expansion draft. The Kraken.
try Brian Dumoulin. I don't know. He's American. Shit.
All right. Close though, 32 maybe? 32 years old?
Where's Adam Larson from?
Larson is Swedish.
Swedish, yeah.
Okay.
Brian Dumoulin. Oh, I don't know if he's playing anymore. Hold on. Justin Schultz. He was on the Kraken, I thought.
How the hell do you
SCHU.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Or maybe it's SHU.
Okay, no, I think either that or he retired. We're a kind of retired player. Probably not, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's playing.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like old Kraken defenseman.
Yeah.
Dumoulin.
I don't think we're getting this one.
No, this is rough. Jared Spurgeon was such a good guess.
Yeah, I really thought that was him, dude.
I think it's a
Vancouver. Some Vancouver fucker. I don't know.
Is it? It's not Uyghur, is it?
No.
I don't believe so. He's Canadian.
Used to play for the Flames and the Kings? Who the fuck is this? What the? Yo, what is happening?
I don't know who this is, man. I wish there was hints.
And they're American? Yeah.
I don't know if we're getting this one. LA, so San Jose would be. It could easily be some fucking San Jose guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess a San Jose. I can't even think of a fucking Celebrini.
What are the other Pacific teams other than the California ones? The Flames, the Canucks.
Canucks are in there. I'm just gonna start throwing them in. All
Come
right,
on.
there it is.
Oh, it's Vancouver.
Who else is on that fucking defense?
Remember that guy Martin Firk, like FRK? Remember that guy?
I don't.
He's probably not
Benny
American.
probably would.
If his name is Firk.
I should have remembered that though, 'cause that's a good name.
So I was gonna say Matt Waugh because he used to be on the Kings, but
Look at
I think
this
he's on
up.
the Capitals. I think he's on the Capitals because the Capitals made great moves. They got Chikrin and him, I think. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
Used to play for the Kings and Calgary, and now is on Vancouver.
That's crazy.
So it's an older guy. It's got to be. I guess it doesn't have to be, but it just feels like. Is it like Myers? Did he used to play on those teams? Tyler Myers? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He does play for Vancouver though. How many more guesses do we have?
So we just need to know Vancouver's decor. Philip Roenick?
Ronick?
No. Quinn Hughes, no. Tyler Myers, no. Who the hell is on their
I
defense?
don't know who they have left, dude.
Yeah, because they're frig.
Nick, are you looking it up?
Yeah.
There's a couple Americans left on their team. Tyler Myers is one of them. And
that could be Tyler Myers, dude.
Maybe it is
Tyler Myers was born in 1990, so that would make him 25. No,
No,
35.
that would make
35.
him 35. Yeah, so he's too old.
So that's
he's
too
old.
old.
He's old, man. I didn't
Yeah,
know he was that old.
Sheesh.
And then the only other American on their roster is Derek Forbert.
Oh, that's probably who it is. Yep.
But he was born in 92, so that makes him.
He played for the Kings. He played for the Kings. This is so
Gosh darn it, man. I was never gonna get that.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. So.
Oh, all right. Well, hey.
I know the name now that you say it. I'm like, oh, I remember hearing that name on the Kings, but yeah, I have no idea what the hell that guy looks like.
Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about that? We tried. All right. Well,
yeah.
That's it. That's it for us. Hope you enjoyed that live segment of Hurdle. No one shots this week.
No.
Only one elevator mic, and that was it.
One elevator.
That was close though. We got that one fast.
We did. All right. We will leave you there for this week. Hopefully, we'll have a couple people back for next week's show. Hopefully, we're not too busy. And yeah, hope you guys have a good week. And we'll see you next time.
The next one.
In the next
one.
How about